Hello, this is Pastor Gary coming to you from beautiful Anchorage, Alaska. We're here to do what we're going to call the Gospel in 5. What we want to do is try to do a very short devotion in 5 minutes. We know people's time is very limited to the day we live in, and we want to start sharing some things with you that we trust will be a blessing unto you in your life. Our text today is found in the book of Romans, chapter 12, specifically verse 2. And it says, "And be not conformed to this world, but be you transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God." I've been in ministry many years, and I've heard this text preached on at different times. I've heard of it as preached on as one wheel, that God's will progressed into that. I've heard it preached on, rather that it's all in one group. I've heard it preached on that it is three different wheels. I never really kind of bought into that because I never really seen that the Lord would expect something out of one person that he didn't expect out of the other. And I think God expects the same out of all of us. I think he has different callings, but he expects the same out of all of us as far as us being devoted to him, us placing him first in our life, and us following the leading of his Spirit. And we can do that in the confines of being a dad or being a husband, being a co-worker or a worker at a factory, things of that nature. Whatever your trade or profession might be, you can do that in the confines of those directives. But in thinking about this, I thought, well, instead of three different wheels, instead of it really all just being one will of God, I actually thought about it being a progression of God. The Word tells us here that, and just a thought, the Word tells us here that we might prove what is that good. So we can stop at good will of God. And I know for me as a young man, I started off just serving the Lord in my local church. My dad, Leroy Graves, was actually the pastor of that church. And I served as, grew up and taught some classes and kind of grew up in the ministry. I was a grown man before I gave my life to Christ. And then worked out of other churches, served as a deacon, served on different boards and things, different committees, things of that nature before I started pastoring. I believe all of that was just preparation for me to pastor. But I thought about this possibly. Think about how that when you start off, you'd like to just be good. I mean, we all think of that, and when we even try to approach people with the gospel and try to tell them they need to be saved, normally the first thing they'll tell us is, well, they're a good person. And so I think it's common for people to think of terms of being good or being bad, things that I'm as good as anyone else, and I don't like anybody judging me, things like that. But we use the term good a lot. And I think I probably started off my walk with Christ just wanting to be good. Lord, I just want to be good. I take the bad stuff out of my life and give me the stuff that is good. And then it goes on to say, and acceptable. And then as I grow in the Lord, it seemed to be that my desire wasn't just to be good, but I wanted God to accept me. And I wanted him to approve my life. I knew I had to serve him in order for me to walk in fellowship with him. But then even as a young minister, you kind of want the approval of other people around you. That's very important for young ministers in an older conference or church or whatever the case might be, fellowship. It's very important for them to feel accepted among the people of their contemporaries, although they might be very much older than them. And so I looked for acceptance from God, from my church, from different people in my life. And then the Word tells us, it goes on to say, in perfect will of God. And just think about this in the line of progression. You start off good, then you want to be accepted. And then there comes a point in your life where maybe you've done a lot, but it never was really anything that you felt like God laid on your heart to do. You simply was doing. The verse in the Bible says, "Whatsoever your hands find to do, do with all your might." So people do that. They'll do this office, teach this class, things of that nature, work on the church, vacuum the floor, clean the bathrooms. But there comes a point in your life to where you want God's perfect will in your life. That's when we call out to him, "Lord, here am I, use me." Regardless of where I got to move, whatever I got to do, whatever I've got to give up, regardless of that, I want your perfect will. Well, it's just some words of encouragement for you today. This is Pastor Gary, coming to you from beautiful Anchorage, Alaska. God bless you.